Well, viewers, you welcome back. It's still Sunrise live on Coastal TV from Bluffhill Fort Ridge. And this is a segment Awake Central. And today we're talking about inventions. Last Wednesday on Beyond Politics Radio on Coastal TV, we talked to a Ghanaian. He was born in Ghana and he stayed in the United Kingdom for quite a long time, over 30 years. And this man is an engineer and he's an inventor by name Mr. Freddie Green. He's been able to come out with a lot of inventions. We looked at his CD remover, fish, the scaler, of which he did not bring, but then he spoke about it, food processor, electric light bulb remover, and then he also talked about a device that he's put in place to generate electricity by using compressed air. Now, he made mention of the fact that he doesn't want this knowledge to just go waste, let me put it in quotes. And so he's had certain discussions with the Cape Coast Technical Institute, that is the management. And today we have the principal, Mr. Lyall, Mr. Ernest Lyall, and then Mr. Freddie Green. They are with me on the show today, and so we shall be looking at these issues. So, Mr. Freddie Green and Mr. Lyall, good morning and welcome.
Good morning, thanks.
Let me begin with you, Mr. Freddie Green. Last Wednesday, we spoke a lot about your inventions, and people were amazed. You had a whole lot of calls about this idea, and some people even don't believe that you are a Ghanaian. Right after the program, certain people called me and were asking me, am I sure that I was talking to a Ghanaian? I said yes. I told you when they looked at your skin color, they might think that fine, you have a light skin, and so there is that possibility that you might not be a Ghanaian, but then he is a Ghanaian. Now, what actually came into your mind that you sort of impacting this knowledge that you have onto the generations presently and those yet to come up?
I think it's very, very important because we don't have to just keep our knowledge in us, die and forget about it. If you do that, it means you are becoming a very selfish person. There are young boys over there in the Technical Institute who need some sort of encouragement in terms of technology. It happened that I met Mr. Lyall, the Cape Coast Technical Institute, where I wanted to engage their mechanical engineering department to manufacture some of my tools for my products. Now, we met one teacher there, and he took us to Mr. Lyall, and suddenly the principal was very interested in what I was doing. So we spoke of me being with them, setting up a certain department, research and development. So we picked the best students in every subject: carpentry, the late turners, electricians, all these people to form a team to develop products. In that sense, it's going to enhance the image of the Cape Coast Technical Institute. And I believe that in future to be the leading technical institute in Ghana. So I want to give this to young boys to keep them very active. Once they have the basics, they can work on their own and bring their own ideas. Once they bring their ideas, we assess them and then we work at it.
Okay. Well, Mr. Lyall, when this news came to you, how did you embrace it?
Well, I think it was quite an opportunistic idea. It was quite timely because of recent, it has been realized that as a country, Ghana, we have downplayed technical vocational education, hence our economic difficulties. And in looking at that, it was also realized that there is a factor in technical vocational education that has not been emphasized over the years. This was design and making. And with the recent review of education, there was so much prominence on technical vocational education. And within it, this idea of design and making must be encouraged, such that creativity will develop amongst our people. With that in view, when Ms. Green came out with this idea, I had no option than to welcome it, because I felt it was an addition to whatever we want to put in place. Not too long from now, the new system that is developing, a new subject has been introduced into the system: design and making, or technology and design, which will help develop the creative abilities in our students to be able to design and solve problems, or design solutions to problems. And so I felt that he hasn't been in the field of design, and as an inventor will be a resource to that area of development. So on that ground, I felt it was a welcome idea, and that we have to embrace it fully and disallow any leakages around it.
Okay, did you think of it this way, that, well, the University of Cape Coast is just around here, and you have this technical institute here, the Polytechnic is around here, and then he thought of coming to the Cape Coast Technical Institute? Did it ever occur to you why he...
I didn't ask of those things, because I felt that there was that need for us to look at things that way. I didn't look at the Polytechnic, what they're doing. I didn't look at what the Polytechnic wants. But I realized that the idea was good for us to pick. So we have taken it. And we've had a lot of preliminary discussions and style of approach and the rest of it. I felt that he really on the right track.
Okay, let me just ask you this question. It's a bit tough, but then I know that you will tackle it tactically. Now, would you just let go if it happens that, well, the university decides to come for him, or the Polytechnic decides to come for him because of the ideas that he has in order to educate? They might think of higher education. Would you just let go?
Well, not let go exactly. That might depend upon Mr. Green himself in the first place. And I would believe that we would have to look at sharing in that respect, because there are levels of designs. There are levels in the content of design, if I should say it that way. When we come to the scientific aspect of design structures, you may need more of mathematics and more of engineering science, or physics, if you want to put it that way. Where, of course, in the universities and the polytechnics, they may be doing something more in that direction. So it will have to be a collaboration in this respect. What the university wants to offer in that direction, the polytechnic, and what we will. There are products that sometimes designs on paper that sometimes are taken to the polytechnic to be manufactured. And you'll be surprised that they direct such products to our school, especially with issues of mechanical, issues of manufacturing, with metals.
Is it because you have the facility?
We have the skilled men to do it. We have the facility, and we have done it before. So it is known. This cannot be easily done here. Take it to the technical institutions.
And so, more or less, you've actually created some kind of a niche in the minds of people.
People, yes.
So that, well, you are the professionals on the field.
On the hands-on.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, in this regard, what is Cape Coast Technical Institute putting in place for Mr. Green?
Well, we're discussing the modalities now. First of all, when it comes to manufacturing, with the products that Mr. Green is talking about, mechanical engineering department is the best place for the start. We're looking forward to expanding certain areas in the campus so that we can have more room to embrace other related areas that would enhance the development of our students. So the idea just came a couple of months ago, and we're looking at it. But we want to start in a small way and then expand and improve the facilities to be able to accommodate, and also further plan as to what the future will be like along the line.
Okay. Mr. Green, from what Mr. Lyle is saying, what you're trying to put in place for you in order to have a conducive atmosphere to be able to impart his knowledge into the minds of these young men. Is it okay by you?
Yes, it's okay by me as long as I'll help the students and train them and take it into the future. That's my main concern. As I told you some time ago, you don't even thinking of money for the joy of it. And it's also a joy for me to impart some little bit of knowledge in terms of technology to these up and coming young men, because the world is we're in a space age, and I think Ghana is falling behind, and we need these students to be able to achieve certain things in a particular area, to go out there and put Ghana on the map. So I'm very happy with it.
No, there is a saying that nothing goes for free. And so, is it possible that probably in the near future you might think of charging the institute for engaging you, impacting knowledge into the minds of these children?
Well, it's not my intention. Charity. It's now time. I'm an old man now. I'm going to be 63 years. I'm older than him.
Yeah, sure.
Okay? Yes. And I think this is what I could do for Ghanaian students. However, we are manufacturing products, and I've already discussed with him that whatever products they manufacture, my products, they manufacture, okay, 2/3 goes to the college there, 1/3 comes to me after all taxes and most of things. The 2/3 will be, they will use it wisely to be able to bring in more machinery, advanced machinery, computerized machinery, to be able to train more people. Of course, they are using my intellectual property, and nobody can buy anybody's brain. You can't buy it, simply can't buy it. And so, if I give it to them free, they wouldn't respect it. I need to take something out of it so that they respect what they are doing. So I'm in there for 1/3 of all profits. That's it. I hope that is all right.
Yeah. Mr. Lai, let me come to you. When Mr. Green discussed with you some of the products that he's been able to invent, how did you take it?
Well, I think I saw it as an ingenuity that that is good for us, our young students, to start developing these capabilities and advance it further. You start from developing smaller things, and you grow the idea, and you start developing complex things.
Were you surprised to the fact that he is a Ghanaian? And I'm not kind of belittling Ghanaians.
Carry on, that's right, yeah.
There is this perception that we have. We think that the blacks can't grow and do anything wise enough to benefit mankind. Were you kind of carried away?
No, I was not. I was not carried away because I've seen many things, and I've seen people do things, and I don't put race between what people do and what others cannot do. I don't think I have a question of race. I find it difficult to talk about race and in that respect. And I don't share that view that Africans cannot come out with anything good. We probably haven't structured certain things well. So to give room for people like Freddie Green to have developed the things that he had developed over here, but he went abroad and brought it. You see, so I wasn't surprised. I knew very well that people were capable to do the things that he's done. I wasn't very surprised at all, but I needed to make sure that that knowledge is tapped for our people.
Well, viewers, if you just join us, you're still watching Sunrise on Coastal TV live, and as a discussion on Sunrise that Awake Central, and today we're talking about inventions, and we have Mr. Freddie Green, an engineer and then an inventor. He's based in the United Kingdom, and then he's thinking of resettling permanently in Ghana, Cape Coast to be precise, and he wants to have a collaboration with the Cape Coast Technical Institute to be able to impact this knowledge into the minds of the students, so that in the near future, Mother Ghana would be a place to be. Probably if we happen not to be on top of the world, on top of Africa. The Coastal TV followed Mr. Green closely to a site where he's having his project, and over there he displayed some of the things that he's done, and would want you also watching us at home to have a feel of it. Right after that clip, we'll come back and continue with our discussion. And so last Wednesday on Beyond Politics on Coastal TV, we interviewed Mr. Freddie Green, a Ghanaian engineer and an inventor based in the UK. Has done a whole lot. Those of you who watched Beyond Politics on Wednesday, you saw that. Today we happen to be in his premises where he's having his project, and he has other things that he's actually invented. And today on Sunrise, I beg your pardon, Sunrise, we want you to actually have a feel of whatever he's been able to invent, and he's going to take his time to explain everything to you.
I'm here to demonstrate one of my latest products, which is known as the compressed air energy. I spoke briefly about it yesterday, which was Wednesday, the Coastal TV premises. Now we are here to demonstrate it. Well, these two things you see here have been invented already. We have the compressor over there, and then we have the air gun, and then we have a small bicycle dynamo which produces electricity. Due to the fact that components are very expensive, we the inventors tend to buy the cheapest stuff on the market and do our prototypes. As I said, a prototype can be made by cardbox, wood, or anything else. So this is the product which can be used to produce electricity, not necessarily wiring from Akosombo to various towns, but this can be put in place in towns and can be wired from the system to the streets and to homes. So I'm going to demonstrate how this works. You can see that this is the lead that connects to the compressor. We are not using that. We assume that there is air in the compressor there. So when we turn the valve on from there, we put the switch on there, we activate it. Now, what I'm holding here is a swimming pool accessory. People who are watching will say that there's a ball valve, that is in the toilet system. Of course, yes, it's in the toilet system. This allow water to come through the toilet system and also shut down when the toilet system is full. However, the purpose of this one is also to bring in water into a swimming pool when water level is low, or when it's full, it shuts the water down. You can leave your water hose on this on the swimming pool for years, as long as the water is in on position. Your water, swimming pool water, will be full at all times without the water falling below level. Now, there's also another secret to this. Every swimming pool, when you add more water to it, you need to add an extra additive. This system will automatically eject additive when the level is reached. So it's also very good for people who haven't got time to put rubber hose in their swimming pools and then sit and wait for hours for the pool to fill before turning the tap off. So that is swimming pool accessory. I have this massive booth with front lights and then rear lights on coasters. However, this is not a roller coaster. In fact, it's really an action shoes. I went to London from South Africa, and after spending about 2 weeks in London, transport increased their fares, the surface trains increased their fares, and the buses increased their fares. And I got mad because people were complaining about this. I said to myself, there must be something done to this. So the following morning, I came up with this concept by building a roller skate remote control, radio control wheels under the shoes. You'll be able to glide on the streets 16 hours before you recharge this product. So this of course is also a prototype, but we are also looking for manufacturers who will be able to license this product and then develop it further and then take it to the marketplace.
Well, viewers, I believe that watching what Mr. Green has actually been able to come up with. What amazes me is the fact that he's able to use compressed air to produce electricity. You and I know the kind of problems we have in the country, and I think that if this concept is being embraced properly, and then all the backends that he needs, all the engineers, all the professors and the doctors and the communities coming on board to support this idea, this is going to be a very good foreign earner for Mother Ghana, and I think that Ghana would be a different place to be, and then would have a better future for our generation. Mr. Lai, let me come to you. With all the agreements that you've, the paperwork that you've been going through with Mr. Green, when do we expect to see this come into fruition?
Well, I am very sure that pretty soon. I cannot give one exact time. I don't fix exact time for things this way because we're still coming in with new things and new ideas are coming out. I am very sure that by the end of this term, we would have finished with all that is involved and then probably commence by next term, initially, do the initial start.
So, for a start, would you say that you have almost all the basic requirements that could just help him to take off?
Yeah, for some of the products. For some of the products,
products.
we have the basic requirements that we could, and then the rest we could expand. We have discussed it a while ago as to how to poach for certain expertise to come in where we don't have it, so that we get a product going. Whilst we poach an expertise, we will also make sure that people are trained. Our own products who are finished school and could be brought back to study under the expertise, so that we can have that skill also developed, so that we amalgamate all and move along.
Okay, you said that initially you want to narrow it to the engineering student.
The start would be with the manufacturing department, that is the mechanical department, because they do mainly manufacturing structures, But then we have electrical, we start in radio very soon, and all the related areas that will require input, we would definitely tap all resources.
So with all those offering mechanical engineering, is it going to be the final year students who are going to benefit, the second year students or the first year students, or it's everybody?
Yes, we have design and making for everybody, even for catering students, with how to design and make. They use a lot of facilities that they know better how those facilities should function. So they will be trained to learn to develop and design things that will sell them well. So everyone will have the ability to design. So everyone will have the opportunity to do the things that Mr. Green will bring about. Right? But when it comes to manufacturing for commercial purpose, if it is metal, the base is metal, the mechanical engineering will start. But for now, what we want to do is basically metal activity. So we'll start from there, and then we'll be importing the other areas into the fold. Right? That everybody who passes through the school will benefit from the training. Definitely.
Now, apart from the technical expertise we were talking about, that they're supposed to come on board to assist these projects to move on smoothly, are there other things that you think that you need to have to start? And then, do you think that if you start the whole thing, the Ghana Education Service is going to give you a backup and that you're going to have a very good response from the government of Ghana?
Yes, I am very sure this time that I had discussed this idea when it's been contacted us with my director technical headquarters. And there were two things we looked at precisely. If it would involve training of our students, and our students will pick skills out of it, then we could go ahead straight forward. The other factor that will come about at the end of it, that's the long run benefit will be the economic benefit. But we are not thinking about that initially. What we want to consider first is the skill development that our students will derive from this. Right. And so I've been given the go ahead to go into the necessary negotiations and go along. I am very sure that if we start and it is thrilling and it is seen to be very beneficial, I have no doubt in my mind that the government will come in, the Ministry of Education will come in to give us the support, and I'm sure other technical institutions will emulate our efforts.
All right, okay. Mr. Green, and so how do you see this whole project?
Well, I see it to be a very good idea, and I told the principal to come along with me to commit himself, because I don't want it to come from Mao, just like before when I was supposed to have done a project of a year and went and came back. It's 18 years now, so people wouldn't point fingers at me. So people are hearing it from the horse's own mouth, and anything that goes wrong, people won't point fingers at me. It is him.
Okay.
But I believe and I trust him that he's also an action man. I've studied him a lot. I know how he wants to push things, and I put all my trust in him. I know together we'll be able to implement this. I'm very sure of this. We will let it go. We'll start it. If the government is not going to help, we'll have to show the government that we are capable of doing it. At the end of the day, when all works, we shame the government for not assisting. Thank you very much.
No, so just before you take leave of us, would you say that you're happy that as of now certain things are put in place to see this dream of yours come into reality?
I'm very, very happy. Very happy in the sense that I'm able to give something to the little ones. Not for myself. I'm finished. I'm an old man. I'm not looking for anything anymore. I don't base my life with material things and this and that. But it's always nice to give. That's your only gift you can give to these little ones. Because the world is becoming a very dangerous world. Lack of work, lack of expertise. And if these people acquire this knowledge, I think they can go out there, do things, and excel, and make Ghana proud. And that's all.
All right, Mr. Lyle, what will be your last words?
Well, my last word is that all hearingers must be highly spirited and supportive of this. And whenever we call on anyone for assistance in any direction, we will offer the support. Like the District Assembly, I'm told they can offer us a project for a workshop. I'm looking forward to that one of these days. And we may be approaching all and sundry to give us resources in any form, material, human.
All right. That is our prayer that this dream would come into fruition very soon, so that our young ones would have something to live with. As Mr. Green said, it is good to leave a legacy, and I think that this is going to be an everlasting legacy for those of us in the Central Region, Cape Coast, and this is going to spread throughout the nation and affect our economy. Well, Coastal TV will be following this project closely, and we're promising you that we'll be bringing you all the shots that you need to actually know about this particular project on Sunrise. And we know that when this project is through, It is definitely going to put Cape Coast Technical Institute higher on the academic ladder. I've been talking to the principal of Cape Coast Polytechnic, Mr. Ernest Lyall.
Cape Coast Technical.
Cape Coast Technical Institute, I beg your pardon. The principal of Cape Coast Technical Institute, Mr. Ernest Lyall. And then my own good friend, Mr. Freddie Green, a Ghanaian engineer and then an inventor based in the United Kingdom. But then he is thinking of resettling permanently here in Ghana, Cape Coast to be precise. And this is what they had for you this morning on beg your pardon, Awake Central. Stay tuned, we'll be coming back with the entertainment spotlight. Well, good evening, Cape Coast. As yet another Wednesday evening, and you're most warmly welcome to the program Beyond Politics on your screens, live from Laville here in Fort Ridge. This evening we're talking about inventions. Yes, and I have with me a renowned Ghanaian. He had the opportunity to school at the Takwa School of Mines, and then in 1964 he joined the Ghana Air Force, I beg your pardon, and then left the Air Force in 1967 for West Germany. And then in 1975, he went to London to study electronic engineering, and ever since, he's been into inventions. This man is a Ghanaian, you can't believe it, and he's done quite a whole lot. My guest this evening on Beyond Politics is Mr. Freddie Green. Freddie, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
Thank you.
You're welcome to the studios of
Thanks.
Coastal TV. I've just introduced you, and I think that I said something little about you, but then would want to know who is Freddie Green.
Freddie Green is just me. Just me, no explanation I can give.
Yes, you are Freddie Green.
Yes.
I mean, people might see your skin color and doubt whether you are a Ghanaian, your tonation as well. People might have certain doubt.
Yes, I encountered such difficulties in town, but for me, I know I belong to Ghana. I was born and bred here, and I schooled here. My mother is half Dutch and half Ghanaian. My father is Scottish. So probably I'm lucky to have different parents to be who I am now.
Okay.
That's right.
Well, you had your basic education
In Ghana.
in Ghana.
Yes.
Where in particular?
Oh, in secondary.
Secondary.
Yes.
With school?
Anglican.
Anglican. You remember the school?
Yes.
Okay. And then from there?
From there, what happens? Well, I began my education. That's it.
Okay. Well, viewers, we're taking a very short break, and when we come back, we'll continue with our discussion. Stay on. Well, viewers, you're welcome back from that short break. If you just joined us, this is Coastal TV and it's Beyond Politics. And today we're talking about invention. And my guest tonight is Mr. Freddie Green, a renowned Ghanaian inventor based in UK. Now, this man studied electronic engineering in London in the year 1975, and ever since has been into inventions. You can't believe he's a Ghanaian, just like you and I. That means that Ghanaians are blessed. We have a whole lot that we can do. Mr. Green, what actually motivated you to go into inventions?
Well, I had always admired people who created things. When I was a little boy in the elementary school, I used to make cars with lights in it, steering wheels in it, and I had people pushing me around. So I began, in fact, as if it was a gift. I was born to be an engineer. And I told my mother, even when I grew up, I want to do the work that would make my hands dirty.
Okay.
Yes, and I meant engineering. And my father saw this, so he started buying me tools of all kinds, and I did my best. And it was me until I studied the engineering. Then, I realized my potential as to creating things,
Okay.
and I came up with my first product.
Okay. Just before you talk about that one, at what tender age did you have that feel that there is this zeal in me? I have a gift that I can use my hands, I can use my brains to mold things that are unique, something that no one probably has thought of it. At what tender age?
Yeah, I was a little boy. I was about 7, 8. Yes, by 7, 8. But I didn't think of being a creator or sort of bring products. I was just doing for just joy.
For the joy of
The
it.
joy of it, the satisfaction that you can create something to make it work. You see? So I did things my own way, not conforming to books or whatever. Anyway, I couldn't read much at that time because I was very little. But in practice, I was doing things with my hands, and it worked.
Okay. All right. Now, you worked with the Ghana Air Force. I
Yes.
believe so. If I'm right, in the year 1964.
Yes,
That was when you joined the Ghana Air
yeah,
Force.
that's right.
What were you actually doing there?
I did aircraft engines.
Okay.
Yes, engines. But that subject, it's sad because I think I joined on the wrong side of the Air Force. That is why I quit immediately.
So for how long did you
Oh,
work
I
with
was there for about 4 years or so. I had to come out because I thought that, there was nothing for me there.
I mean, you had been trained
Yes, I'd been trained, yes.
to work with the Air Force,
Yes.
and then you realized that
Yes, it was the
you
wrong...
you were at the wrong place.
Yeah, I was at the wrong place.
What is it that made you think so?
It was too boring. I think there's no creativity there. You only do things for what has been written down. Let's say you service an aircraft, and you got this manual telling you what to do, next, and it's just the same routine. It's not exciting, and I thought that I could do better than that.
Okay.
You see, by going to something big, not for myself, but for the joy. That is why I left the Air Force.
And when you left the Air Force, you decided to go back to school.
Yes, because I thought I needed knowledge. I had imagination, of course. Okay, imagination is very important than knowledge. Because I believe that knowledge is limited, imagination embraces the world. However, you got to be able to run knowledge and imagination in parallel to achieve your objectives.
All right. Now, looking at what you studied at the university, electronic engineering, has it in a way helped you and what you are coming or what you've came out with?
Yes, greatly. Because for a start, there are many people who have many ideas and they haven't got the acumen to tackle those subjects, what they want to come up with. So they got the idea. Everybody's an inventor. You imagine your dream, make your dreams come true.
And so, invention has to do with good imagination.
Yes.
Alongside knowledge.
Knowledge, yes.
Okay.
You have to apply that knowledge. Because without the knowledge, you can never pursue that imagination. You can't use that imagination to do anything. Based on the knowledge that you have, you apply it on your imagination and you get it right. I mean, it's just like a carpenter and a TV repairer. All right? Now, the carpenter hasn't got any knowledge about electronics. So even if he wants to build, if he has an idea to improve the system, he has to go to electronic engineer who has the knowledge to implement it. Same applies to the electronic engineer who deals with television, who repairs television. He can't do carpentry work. He hasn't got the knowledge. So if he wants a furniture,